3 steps ahead was our missing 1 out of 6. So now we can sweep the board fully, get Oculus out of the game, and this is the only card that is absolutely busted in this deck. I think they are trying to... that's a cool one. But our opponent is a joker. I love it. Love it. This is the true Magic player. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are going with finally a true Dimir control, and this one performed flawlessly for me. We'll talk more about the results in the outro, but I will say that we rank like crazy with this, alright? And probably in big way, it's thanks to Stock Up, the new card that is basically used in every blue control deck right now. It's 3 mana that basically has the effect of Memory Douche, just a little bit better, because you draw 2 cards for 3 mana, and out of 5 cards, not 4. Of course, we don't have Flashback, and it is a sorcerer, which is the biggest downside of this card. However, it gives you usually 2 very strong answers. It also lets you hit the lands, basically always, so you won't get ever stuck on 3 mana, and it proves to be a very powerful card. And on top of this, we also have some counter spells, Tome, and of course Jace, and we also have the plan to extract our opponent win cons either with Deadly Cover-Up or the End. So this deck has a lot of possibilities, and I hope you will like it. And you know what? I know who else will like it. Our absolute legend for today, Decomposed. I know, my friend, you enjoy some evil Dimir, and I mean this is as evil as it gets. So I hope you will like it. This deck is for you, and really thank you for your support. And yeah, with that being said, let's go to the gameplay. Alright guys, if you like drawing cards, this is your game. Bro, we have 10 cards already that we can draw with this hand. We have a sweeper as well. I really hope we'll get some, some removal. That's probably the last missing piece. And we need to be quick. I think we'll literally burn this just to scry and live gain. And the second one will be the value card. We might burn half of it if we are against aggro deck. What are you? Roots? I mean, it goes to the graveyard, so it might be roots, but I'm not fully sure yet. It will be like this. And this will be the turn when we will know. They actually might mill a lot, so this shouldn't be a test, because they see we are tapped. So no reason to test anything. Up the Beanstalk. Card that really likes drawing a lot of cards, huh? Alright. I will still scry. Let's see what do we have. I mean, this kinda helps, right? I will take it. I will take it. I'm not sure if that's the best card. If they have Up the Beanstalk, they probably want to go for the long game. But I'll take it. Stock Up is something we don't need. Now they can test us, so they will probably start by attacking. And then, I mean, the number goes down. I will take this hit. With Tomes, we are basically at 20. So we can always, do it later. Alright, so the strategy is to go for double Jace as soon as possible. Because we cannot outvalue them anymore. This card is too insane to be outvalued. The best we can do... Alright, let's see. I really hope they will mill themselves. Is that really a Roots deck? Season of... Oh, alright, so we need a counter spell. And we need to care about our life total then. Okay, alright, I think it's doable. And now they have this in the graveyard, which means... let's scry. We want probably a counter spell. Land. I will be greedy. We have land for 1 turn. Okay. See, we are getting somewhere. I can draw the card, in which case, do I want to counter? No. I think this is the turn to set up another Tome. And then we play the whole game out of this. So they have double Up the Beanstalk, which helps them, but we have double Tome. The only difference is that we pay mana for our card, they get theirs for free. And we need to counter cards like this. Everything that is lethal, we need to counter. Everything that isn't lethal, we can, let it slide a little bit. And honestly, they don't deal as much damage, right? Like, they won't get 20 creatures easily. Oh, this is a very scary card. Oh my god, this is so good. Does it already hit? I think we might discard Stock Up if they play it. Alright, I guess they don't have full discount yet, which is super nice. We'll try to, equalize the counters. They might play Terra Sunder or something. Am I super desperate to hit land? I really am. I really am. Land, please. Virtue of Persistence. Not the worst card. Absolutely not the best card. Alright, I'm so happy with this Scry. That was a huge deal. Alright, they will play this, right? We can counter it fully. I mean, we'll just go with it. So I want to move the cursor around their permanent so they don't see the part I'm highlighting. 37 cards. Alright. So this is the Pro Tour deck. This is strong but not super scary. We can even take a hit from this. Oh, this is not a Pro Tour version. It didn't have the season of, you know, Harvest or whatever it's called. We could block it. But it's expensive. I don't think it's worth it. And we'll probably sweep at some point anyway. I think they already should have enough mana for this. I should really count the creatures. 3, 4. So, this one is 3 mana. Alright, that's good. Let's go for double draw. We need to do a lot of work. Alright, first Jace on board. And we get to 18, we draw another card, land, very nice. This is good, this is good. And we can even get rid of one of the high mana cards, maybe. This will probably be 1 mana soon. We absolutely play this. With stock ups we can be a bit wasteful, I think. It's super important for this deck to play as much mana as possible. This will also give them the discount, right? Harvest is 5 mana, super expensive card. As long as we have counter spells, we can, you know, buffer it. If we kill this, we give them the discount, but it's only 1 mana. I think we can do it. It helps them a little bit. It helps them because they get this very cheaply. They draw 2 cards, that means they can play another one maybe, so they can actually start being very, very scary. Alright, this is absolutely amazing. This doesn't do anything unless it hits face. This also allows us to draw another card. Basically, the whole game plan for us is to draw another Jace. Oh, they already have this? That's not fun. Is that already so cheap? 3, 4, 5. So it's still 2 mana. I think they paid 2 for it. Yeah, and this one is free. Alright. I think we have to go for it, right? We could also discard like Deadly Cover-Up. But that's bad. That's a bad idea. Let's try to be mana efficient. I really hope they don't have another. This also goes to the graveyard, so the next one is actually 1 mana. Please don't have another one. They have another one. They are indeed good at Magic. So they kinda get infinite cards at this point. I will scry with the Tome. The only thing we care about is lands and Jaces. And we have to get rid of something. It bleeds my heart, but I think this is the right call. Because now we can Deadly Cover-Up and get rid of this card forever. And this is probably the most annoying one. Alright, this is fine. Who it mills? Mill 3 cards for each time. Alright. So they're trying to go for the kill. If I get Jace, I can cast it 2 times for 3. 18 cards. Nope, not good enough. And I need to sweep. I will try to hit the land maybe. Go for the throw. This could be nice, but they will probably create the whole board of creatures. So I think this is literally too slow. I think we have to Deadly Cover-Up, get rid of all the Marauders from the deck. And then maybe they will go to 1 Jace. I just need to protect Jace in my hand. 3, 4... I think we don't need to scry this. Main. Deadly. Cover-Up. And what do we go for? I mean, let's go like this. Man, this is so close. They are putting infinite pressure. Like, you can see how insane this card is. It basically gave them 17 extra cards. Of course, they are meaning, but so it's less than this. But they are getting insane value. This is, I believe, the only card Season of Loss, but we have enough. I think we have enough. And they actually don't have more threats. Like, the Marauder is the biggest deal of this deck. It gives you cards, it pressures, and it discards your opponent's power. I don't see anything super threatening. Those Marauders are like their biggest thing. And of course this. This will be scary, but I think they don't have enough yet. So they have 10 creatures. We can count by Luogoyf or whatever. I never know how to say it. So they have 10 creatures, which means that Season deals 10 damage, I believe. I think it's 5 ticks, and they need 3 to go for the damage mode. Up the Beanstalk. That means they cannot cast it. And we will get to 21, so we are, you know, going around lethal again. We can even go for the Reef. But they have this. This is instant, yep. So we actually cannot go for Reefs. Maybe we do. No. We scry. We have stock up, which means that we just need to get the right cards. I'll be honest, this is okay. This can hit Planeswalker as well. Because I need more than... Like, I need to double Jace. So it's 15 cards for 4 mana. And then we go for 9 cards. So that's enough. All we need to do is hit the right thing. We are not going for the fish. Well, we might for 1, maybe. We stock up. That's the play. Oh boy. Counterspell seems really nice. This way they don't hit us with this. And I mean that we have to go for the Tome, right? Can we do it on this turn already? I don't believe they can kill us in 1 turn. This will flip, by the way. However, they can get so many cards. So they have 5, they cannot double cast it. Let's actually read the card. Yep. They cannot kill us with this. They need more. That means we have at least 1 turn. I will go for it. I think this is a good... I think we are winning this, despite triple up the Beanstalk, full board of creatures, and basically infinite discount. This is really good for us. This is 5 mana to put 5 damage a turn. They basically need to hit us in the face with something before this is lethal. And we can even counter it, so I don't think it will work at all for them. If they ever fully tap, we can go for the Reef, but they probably won't. Man, I think we survived the storm. You can see that suddenly they have way less. Deadly Cover-Up would help, because they will have 2 huge creatures. Oh, was I quick enough? I think Scry is all we need here. I hope. I hope. Yeah, let's Scry. Let's Scry. We can always use the other Tome. We can do so much. This is a very, very horrible draw. Alright, we draw. A horrible draw. I highlighted it. So they have 18. They can go for 10 damage and then go for the Harvest. Draw 2 cards and do probably nothing more. That won't kill us because we can counter spell. And then Harvest will draw them 3 cards, so they will actually be in lethal range for this Jace. We absolutely play this. Don't forget we have fish, but they have removal. Nope, not the card. You could also try to draw 3 cards with Jace, but that is losing your win con. I don't like this play at all. I think we have to go for this play. And we can even try to tax them 1 mana maybe, by creating a fish. So I think they will swing. Oh, they also mill with the Overlord. And I think they will try to go for lethal with this, and we are prepared with the counter spell, then we play Jace who won. I'll be honest, this could not be close. So basically this deck works like this if they hit up the Beanstalk. If they don't, this deck runs out of gas super quickly. Let's take the damage. The most important thing is that they cannot double Harvest on this turn. I believe. I think they play the land. Yep. They have 9 mana, which means they cannot double cast it, even if they draw it. Alright. That's Jace and win. I will actually go for the treasure token, just in case. Cause why not? Cause why not? It doesn't cost anything except mana. And we can even counterspell if they are sneaky. They need to discard a land. Oh, they decided on this, sure. And that's how you win with Dimir control. Man, we are crushing those decks today, like I tell you. And of course, you need to go instantly -5. If you do anything, they kill it in response and you lose the game. But this is something they cannot beat. That's why you need to have Jace in those kind of decks. And we just say go. Our opponent can get the animation. Here we go. Alright, go, man, I love the Tome. I love the Tome so much, because if not this card, this would be 0 value hand. With this, it's safe hand that is also high value. And we cannot be killed because we have cut down into Anoint with Affliction into Sweeper. However, our opponent will do some, let's go with hello, some shenanigans. We need to open with Tome, get some value. Deadly Cover-Up can be very good for this matchup. If you get their key card, I'm not sure what the key card is yet. Oh, it's always Up the Beans. The best draw engine in Standard together with, you know, the talent. Oh boy. I wish blue mana got a good draw engine, but I guess it's too much. Blue isn't known for drawing cards. It's known for being part of Azorius control so it can sweep the board. Alright, alright. Drawing more removal is definitely not what we want. This is not an aggro matchup. So let's see the first over. They kinda always have this on turn 3 after Up the Beanstalk, don't they? Like, it's kinda impressive because they always open Up the Beanstalk and then they play Green Overlord. This is their dream scenario because they have, if you don't punish them by now, if they're not at 0 life after this turn, they just get ahead. And especially Dimir cannot kill enchantments. So the only choice we have is to Jace. That's why you kinda have to play Jace if you are going Dimir, because otherwise you need to actually tank all of this value. And it's big difference tanking everything they have in the deck and just waiting for a few turns and milling them at 30. So yeah, let's at least pretend we can counterspell. I should play the Fountainport, that was a mistake. Rest in peace, huh? Interesting. Not very good, but it means that Deadly Cover-Up will never exile stuff, so that's a big deal. But I think it's fine. They lost the whole turn for this, so it's good. And Go for the Throat can answer the over. We need more cards. Stock-ups would be nice. Cut Down is the worst draw of the deck, so you can decide which one we are drawing. And I will try to set up. They are playing slow, which means we have a bit more time to set up. We won't get extra card this turn, but we can start double drawing on the next turn, even with Phantom Interference potentially. Biza, not relevant. Cards are super important. Life, lands, they actually don't get literally anything. Bro, this is the worst Biza in the history of Bizas. Oh, I love it. They didn't even draw the card, like from Up the Beanstalk, because it's 4-drop. So, and we have one more turn. We can deadly cover up both. So first we go equally, because they have ley lines, they can kill the Tome. So we want to make sure that you are not left with one super loaded Tome and then they kill it and you have nothing. You want to split the value. I could kill it, but 4 damage is not much. This is not... Oh, they have Zur. Oh, Zur is scary. We have cutdowns, but they will activate those enchantments. But I guess the Overlord is the only one that matters. We need to get into some counter spells. What are you? Avatar, so they cannot go Wizard. Let's take the... I think we really want to take the damage, especially that, you know, in future it might deny the Biza life again as well. But not the big factor, but you know, it's an upside. Oh, here we go. See? Moment I said it, they are like, yeah, I have everything, bro. And indeed they have. So this has to be Deadly Cover-Up. At least they don't have enchantments, but they will soon. So we need to get into double Jace very quickly. It might be very scary. It will be very scary, guys. That's the first Jace, good. Deadly Cover-Up, alright. Because we are clearing the board. Oh, this is interesting. We could get rid of the first Overlord. But I think we will go for the white one. This one is super, you know, annoying. And this one is already in the board, and we also get Deadly Sorry, go for the Throat. I wish we could exile. That would help so much, because we would get rid of the green overlord already, then they play the white one and we de-ent it. So no, that would be more perfect. It is nice, thank you. I have some nice decks, alright? Leyline Binding. Scary. That means they probably have Zur and they are preparing to play it, and this is for animation, so they can hit our face. And they will hit the one with 2 counters, probably. That's not amazing. We also will have to discard more cards. I can kill Zur, but the Leyline will still hit. The life gain doesn't matter, but the damage does. It's a lot of damage. What can we do? Let's make the play that we have to go for. And hopefully they won't get too much fuel. 2 cards, Cut Down and Anoint. Anoint is probably the worst one. Cut Down is nice. It's very cheap for Zur, but we need to roll with it. They're unfortunately not drawing as many cards as I would love them to. Alright, this is kinda okay. No Zur, at least not yet. Moths are annoying, but, you know, manageable. If only Moths will be here, that's okay. I fear the next turn is Zur with like absolute craziness on top of it. I guess Fountainport can create a token and sacrifice it. We should have enough mana. Yeah, we have 1 more. This will be rough. But we have Tome, so we are basically at 20. I tell you, man, without Jace you would never win a game, basically. Okay, drawing card. They're really preparing for the Zur. I think they want to go for 1 turn lethal. I have Demolition Fields, I have counter spells, I cannot draw any of those cards, which sucks. Absolutely sucks. I think we get 1 Fountainport and 1 whatever. We need those cards because we need to get into Jace, we also want the live game. They're not playing Leylines to deny cards, they're playing Leylines to give them basically haste. And that's a problem. Because they can play 3, 1, 2, 3. They can reanimate this, this and this on 1 turn. This is 18 damage already. And this will be lethal basically. I actually don't need Painlands here. We don't really care about the discard. I want to get maximum flexibility for this kind of, you know, attacks. They're not going for it. That's good. That's good. I think we go with 1 go for the Throat. Nope. Yep. I'm checking the mana for Fountainport. Life is incredibly important here because I think they have Zur in the hand and they are definitely waiting for it. They probably don't want to overcommit on board too much because they know we have deadly cover-ups. Alright. This will be rough because this is kinda what we already have to do. I think they are trying to... I will go with this. I feel for my man. If they are getting more sea lands, that can absolutely hurt. I will still go for the fish at the cost of 1 life. Because we need those extra cards. What they are doing? Oh, they want to kill it. See, they are very wasteful with those bindings because they are just trying to go into Zur. And they are not close to an... Oh man, this will be rough. I can get rid of Zur with the end, but they will get 1 turn and this 1 turn will kill us. That's the big problem. I have only 1 deadly cover. I think we go with this. Virtue probably won't be the biggest deal ever. I wish we could get, you know, counter spells and demolition fields. I'll be honest, this is really not great draw. Like, we didn't hit anything we want. They actually played just to draw cards. Alright. I guess they really don't have the cards they want. This Up the Beanstalk drew them more than my whole deck. Like, man, legit, they drew 2 more cards with just single Up the Beanstalk than we did through the whole game. That's why this deck is so popular, and Up the Beanstalk is so powerful. We could cut it down. I actually want to lower the pressure a little bit. We can go with the treasure, because the fish is not very important. Like, we will never kill them. And we have 1 more turn. We want this mana, this is harder to kill, and we can still draw cards with it. Alright. I could go first, Jace, but it's not very good, to be absolutely honest. It's not very good. They have 3 bindings, so they have 1 more in the deck. We could try to pump the Jace. But if they kill it, we are probably dead and we are losing the game. So I will try to not go for this play. This is a very rough situation just by the threat of Zur and having 1 turn that is instant lethal. Because later we can deadly cover up at the end, so they will never have this turn again, but they will have it once, and once is all they need. We basically will try to get into Jace as soon as possible. I think I will start making treasures and sacrifice them, so we get like 2 cards a turn basically. That's a cool one. But our opponent is a joker. I love it. Love it. This is the true Magic player. So let's go for what? First, let's draw a card. Maybe we'll draw something that matters, and then we'll decide. If not, we go for treasures. Yep, here we go. And you know what? Let's keep the pressure low. That's a nice exile effect on top of this. Alright, alright. As you can see, we are fighting, but we are both not drawing what we want right now. Jace is not win con yet. I will have enough mana to cast multiple Jaces, so we just need to focus on drawing cards. 3 steps ahead would really help, but we are not getting a single one, even though we play 4. Man, we are both... we both got arenaed a little bit, but I think we more. Because our opponent has ton of threats, they are just very wasteful with them. Like, casting Leyline on like 1 treasure token or something is pretty bold. We could de-end this, but we can always do it on the next turn, right? See, those Fountainports are the reason we are even getting ahead. Nope, we don't want to burn it. Alright, the first good card. The bindings are scary. The bindings are scary. We care about Zur so much here. 4, 4, and 4. We can triple Jace, so we don't need to cast them. We are not getting any value from it. This is very crazy play, but this is a good one. Because all we care about is denying this creature. They don't have more overlords. They need to draw Zur right now. And until they do, we are absolutely fine. And we can even use 3 steps ahead to cycle cards if we want. We need to either get to 3rd Jace or wait until they burn those 3 cards. And when they cast something, they are getting milled faster. Balloon. I mean, there is a balloon creature in Standard. Oh, you don't like your own Rest in Peace? I wonder what they are going for. Okay. I think they are giving up. I think they know what Jace means. Alright, and now we can draw... See, Fountainport speeds up so much, man. Let's go like this. We'll create a fish right now. Just to have something. Finally, a Demolition Field. Oh, my friend, you might regret your balloon. You might regret your balloon. Now we can go for human. That means they cannot cast Zur without being counterspelled anymore. And this shows them that we know exactly what is going on and we know exactly what they are waiting for. Let's take an island from our deck. We definitely have way more swamps here. Of course we play Verges, so that's the reason. And we are absolutely fine here. I will actually not attack. Attacking makes absolutely 0 sense. You will never kill them from 20. But having a blocker for Zur might be the play, you know? I want the card. Alright. You forced it, my friend. We will draw a card. I think we absolutely won this game. We played so patiently, but this Demolition Field ensures that we cannot die to Zur anymore. Yep, they know. They know. This was a good player. This is how you know. They know that they cannot, fight Jace, basically. Alright, we have the Tome on the play. This should be a breeze, but we will see. We will see. We also have removal and Jace, so we can pressure the board pretty nicely. And our opponent is mulliganing like crazy, so I'm absolutely sure it's not Mono Red. Let's see the matchup. Oh, it isn't Mono Red. Alright, survey. So let's prepare for some Oculus. We have the stock up, which is really nice. I think we set up the Tome. They probably won't play a creature on turn 2. And even if they will, it will be like Prankster or something. It shouldn't be something super scary. Yep, here we go. Here we go. I'm considering scrying, because this will be... Oh, this is Awakening deck. This is Awakening deck. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I thought it's Oculus, but yeah. But this is okay. I think we can defend against this. All we need to do is get good cards. So I will scry once. I don't think we'll have time to get everything. This is not a good draw for this deck. It's actually a completely useless card. We could attack their mana, but it's not worth it probably. I don't think it's worth it. It could be Jace, or they cannot go for the big play on the next turn. I honestly think we go for this. This is the turn. We need some counter spells. We didn't get them. We have Demolition Field for the next turn. Deadly Cover-Up is not a joke for this matchup, but we already have it. I honestly think we go like this. We won't cast double Deadly Cover-Up anyway. This was not what I wanted. So they already hit 3 steps ahead in their cards. We dig pretty deep and we didn't. So that's not good. What? So this is not Awake? I have no idea. Alright, so this is a different deck then. Okay, I see. So if this completely threw me off guard, because all the cards they got into the graveyard felt like Awakening deck, and it's very popular right now. So now we will have 2 creatures, a little bit scary. I will take one more scry. Land, see? Those scries were super good so far. We basically got 2 extra cards. Unfortunately, we need to tank this. And they might actually try to, save Oculus. So what we will do on this turn... Demolition Field isn't very useful. We prefer colored mana. We can try to sweep. So I think I will try to kill this at their end step. And they can cast a spell from the graveyard. Sure. They want to get another Oculus. There is a bit of a problem that we never hit a counter spell, and they already got theirs. So this is awkward. They can go for Helping Hand. Did they hit a creature? Yep, they already have another Oculus. But they're not going for it. Alright, that's pretty huge. I think they might have Helping Hand in the hand. So basically I want to get them tapped, because we have Deadly Cover-Up for the next turn, we have the mana for it, and we can get rid of all the Oculuses from the deck. But we don't have enough stuff in the graveyard, and this only scries that it doesn't surveil. So I will do it now, because now it's so much more pressure for them to counterspell this, because they really want this 5 damage. So they didn't go for it, good for us. They might be helping handing on the next phase of the turn. Founding, alright. Very strong card. We're 5 out of 6, which is super painful. I would love to get this last card. We have cut down, so fear... No. We will need all the mana. So it's very close, but not close enough. On the bright side, we can start doing cards with the Tome. We didn't hit the counter spell so far, and our opponent did so. It really puts us on the back foot in control game. Alright. Interesting to get Sword Partition here. Alright, we got some counter spells. This is interesting. You know what? This could just do the trick. I could even draw cards with this, but I don't think we need to. I think we just hold the mana. This is scared. This could be Jhin. But we can take one hit, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so it's not lethal. It's not even close to lethal. With those counter spells, we can play differently. They also don't have any kind of discount, which is super nice. Yep. Don't forget, they are meaning themselves, which means that Jace becomes way better. We can already draw cards with this. However, we need to make sure that we can get the anti-board. They also have Soul Partition, that's why I didn't go for Jace too much. Because they just hit it and you need to pay more mana, you know. It's very, very slow. Alright, Helping Hand, I would guess. Oh, they are just hard casting Oculus. This is interesting. We could go for 3 steps ahead with full mana. And you know what? I will. I actually will. Because if they counter this in any way, that means we can deadly cover up on the next turn. So either they lose Oculus, or they get the Oculus and they lose Oculus forever. So, perfect. I actually wanted this. Good, 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 good. So they think that they're ahead. But now, let's see if they have more creatures. Only Oculus so far. And we'll extract it. While also clearing the whole board. So this is really good. And now they don't really have creatures. They will get one spell, which is painful. But, you know, it is what it is. And that's why it was so important to also get the stuff in the graveyard. 3 steps ahead was our missing 1 out of 6. So now we can sweep the board fully. Get Oculus out of the game, and this is the only card that is absolutely busted in this deck. Oh my god, the Djinns are scary. So I really don't want them to draw Djinn on the next turn, because I don't have the answer yet. I need 1 turn of them whiffing, and then we are fine, and then we probably will win. Especially if stock up, we will get some more Mazemind Tomes. So this is their big draw. They need to hit Djinn on this turn right now. They will go for a Moment of Truth, I would guess. Because they don't have any creatures in the whole graveyard, except the Prankster that does absolutely nothing. So, guys, I think we are doing it, alright? I'm not sure. I had so many situations when I was super ahead. My opponent had 1 draw, and this 1 draw won them the game. But I hope it won't be one of those games. And here's your honk for hopefully bad draw. See, Moment of Truth as expected, because they will have 3 mana to go for the Djinn. And this needs to miss. Then we are absolutely fine. We solved everything then. If they get Djinn, we are back to the grind. We are back to the grind. Let's see if they hit it. They only got 1 card from this. Perfect. Alright. We are playing the game. We are playing the game. Phantom Interference, of course, not super crazy premium here. But we can make it work. Alright, let's go for a swamp. They're close, man, they're literally close to being dead. I think we just cast Jace here. That means they cannot win. Let's go Demolition Field. I tell you, man, we played it pretty nicely, I think. And let's go 1 more. Perfect. That's how we do it. Full Jace. Because they cannot counter spell. And see, we pressured them so hard, they had 3 steps ahead, and they couldn't even use it. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed those games. This is the favorite archetype for me, like just Dimir control. I personally would go Intimidation campaign, but we have seen this build, and probably, to be absolutely fair, stock up is a little bit better, though it doesn't hit as perfectly for me as Intimidation campaign. But they are both sorcery, and this one draws a little bit more cards, and it's a little bit more reliable when you are in a pinch, you know, just trying to find this last removal to kill the last mouse or something like this. It also helps a lot to hit those counter spells. You have seen that sometimes we just cannot draw them. We have 6, but sometimes we just still miss. And getting for some matchups, hitting a counter spell is basically winning the game, because they have 1 big card that can be countered and wins the game. Like Jace, for example. If your opponent like has 1 Jace, you have 1 counter spell, you won the game. Like that's how we play. So hitting the right cards is never to be, you know, understated. It's always super important. Under, over, whatever. It's important. You need to hit the right cards in current standard. So guys, before we wrap it up and show you all the stuff, a huge thank you to our patrons for supporting the content so we can cherish ourselves in some cool Dimir control. And by the way, guys, if you want to support on Patreon, that's super appreciated. Check it out. You might like it. You will get all the deck lists faster. But most of all, tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this kind of deck, because I could play this forever. Like, this is my favorite type of deck. I would just love it to have a little bit more power, but to be honest, today it felt very powerful. We had all the answers. The only change I am considering is going for 4th Jace, because very often my whole gameplay is just waiting to draw Jace. This will be so many games that having the 4th one might actually be better, but the question is always what to cut. I like the end, I like the tomes, we could maybe cut a counter spell like this. 3 steps ahead seems very powerful and you like those hard counter spells. Maybe we could go 1 Phantom Interference less, go more Jace, and this could be negate. It's also 2 mana, but it's a little bit wonky more. Like, this feels like more solid build, but I would find a place for the 4th Jace. And by the way, if you are tired of seeing Jace in every Dimir control, well, without the Jace, this deck doesn't work. Oh, it works, it wins. Doesn't work. Works, wins, doesn't work. Unfortunately, Dimir cannot handle all the enchantments, artifacts, infinite cardo from Up the Beanstalk. Dimir just doesn't have the control tools to, curb all of this and keep it in check. You basically need to raise them. This is your win con, raising your opponent. And you don't raise by damage, you raise by milling their 30 cards. So, unfortunately, without Jace, this deck is so much weaker, and you kinda are forced because, like, you can see Up the Beanstalk decks always outvalue you. They will always have more cards than you because they can draw 15 extra cards without even paying a single more mana, and Up the Beanstalk also redraws itself, so they didn't even invest 1 card into all of this. So you cannot compete with this value. You can only punish it by them drawing so many cards that are closer to 30 faster. And that's why Jace is so incredibly powerful in current meta, and honestly in control decks I think this is by far the best win con, and nothing can replace it right now. It's just the one-man answer to like half of the meta decks, and it even can defend against aggro, which makes it even better, because like it's basically your life gain, missing life gain. We have Tome, we have Virtue, but Jace can life gain like 7 life if you force enough pressure from them, and that's how it is. And you can still redraw. You can just play it for 3 mana, draw a card. So in the worst case, you pay 3 mana and you recycle the card basically, while forcing your opponent to also invest something to kill it. So yeah, this was the review. I'm always excited about Dimir decks. I hope you guys like it because I would love to make more. Maybe even same build because it was so fun to play. And yeah, about the results, we went 5-1. And the 1 was me literally conceding on turn 2 because I was on the draw with mostly colorless mana against, I think, Izzet with 1 drop into 2 drop. And I was like, yeah, I know how it ends. I didn't draw removal, so I'm basically dead instantly. So I literally conceded after playing 1 land. And that was the only loss of this deck. So guys, I hope you liked it. Tell me in the comments how you enjoy Dimir control right now. And thank you for watching. As always, you are absolutely awesome. And see you guys tomorrow.
With